something different every day, and it's really fun. So it is really going to have a lot of fun today with the presentation of one of the great astronomers.
So it is my great pleasure to introduce to you Krzysztof Gorskim, a friend of mine whom I met over 20 years when I was a student at Berkeley, and he was a postdoc there. He came from Poland, where he got his master's degree with a famous astronomer Pasadenie, and then he got his PhD at Warsaw University. And after that, I have like a very long list of astronomical institutions that he was a member of and he worked at, which includes Princeton, Goddard Space Center, University of Chicago, Yukawa Institute of Theoretical Physics, Danish place, which is whatever, okay, Astronomical Center, European Science Observatory, and right now he's a senior scientist at JPL. He's also associated with Warsaw University Observatory, where he's a professor of physics right now, and I would like to sort of point out that he was a PI for the Hobby mission. That's the mission for which Nobel Prize was given. Not necessarily he didn't make it, but you know, he was one of the PIs on it. And also he's right now on the Planck mission, which he will be talking about a little bit and showing these beautiful images that they are getting. He also invented the software, which is called HillPix. And that's a software that analyzes all the images that we get from space. Every mission right now that is showing you images is actually using this particular software. He also has over 280 publications, and in a science world, people always are worried how many times their papers are cited. So his papers were cited many times. It's over 16,000 times. So welcome.
Hello, and thank you for having me. I would like to thank the club for entertaining this idea of having such a switch in the subject of the meeting. I hope you can endure it. I'll try to do my best not to bore you. Originally, I was invited to talk a little bit about astronomy in general. Then I was told, why don't you project a little bit about the poles in astronomy? And it started growing, and there's obviously name on the sky. The pretext was the names of constellations should be abbreviated to include only one word, which is pretty funny because there is still Ursa Major, Canis Venaticorum, and 9 other constellations which are twin words. He worked there as a resident astronomer and kept observing pulsars and got very lucky. Found one about which he published this rather famous paper in '92, which was the incident of discovery of the first planets outside of the solar system. So it got very famous in Poland, ended up on a stand together with Copernicus. There was a lot of writing about expecting his Nobel Prize and so forth. We'll see how that ends. But that was kind of one thread of astronomy with the pinnacle of Wolszczan coming out of Torun. Now going back to Warsaw, another student of Cebulski was Professor Włodzimierz Ząb. He moved to Warsaw and took that observatory over, and another senior guy who moved from Kraków was Professor Stefan Piotrowski.